Well, 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 ladies and gentlemen, this is your host Madman, and this crazy-ass game is Call of Cthulhu. So, it being the Halloween scared the demons away with gargoyles type season, I thought I would contribute to the collective inoculation against the fear of death, the fear of winter's short arrival, or if you're in the north, it's already arrived. The fear of starvation, fear of death, all those fears that date back to the primal cave days that we have now translated and transmuted into strange rituals and symbols in order to keep ourselves from going apeshit as the weather declines. Pro tip, and I know I say this a lot, take fucking vitamin D. Unless you're getting sun in your face every day, even if you're using a sun lamp during the winter, take vitamin D. That's the only time I'm going to bitch at you about health stuff. I'm not a shaman, I'm not a healer, I'm not anything of an expert. I'm just a guy who gets depressed unless I take vitamin D. And I don't think it's a placebo effect, I think it's real. So if you don't want Cthulhu to take control of your body through your butthole, take vitamin D. So this game, it got pretty good reviews when it came out. I heard whispers of it, whispers in my dreams, but I never played it. So what we're going to do, because we've already fucked with the settings, is we're going to start a new game here. We're going to pick empty slot 1. Part of the reason I chose this game is I assume there's going to be a lot of lore tidbits that are provided through samples of text. And obviously I want to pick a game that I can read stuff from, because that's kind of my thing. That's what I'm jonesing for. Whether it becomes an income stream or a potential job or some kind of hobby in the future, or whether I abandon it. Regardless, you know, I enjoy it. I enjoy doing it. So we're going to enter madness. A realm Madman is quite familiar with, yes.
If I am mad, it is mercy. May the gods pity the man who in his callousness can remain sane to the hideous end. H.P. Lovecraft.
Oh, someone left their Christmas decorations out and they got mold on them. My Christmas intestines! They're all greasy. My Christmas shark! Oh, my ears are ringing. Jesus. Oh, okay. No, we're not going to skip this. Why would we skip it? This is the intro cutscene. Alright, I've got a ring on my right hand? Aren't wedding rings worn on the left hand? Am I wrong about that? Am I right brain, left brain confused? Maybe I am. Alright, we're going to assume this guy's married and I'm just an idiot. Alright, so we got the graphics settings cranked, but this game is not meant to be some sort of graphics pioneer. It's meant to be a story-based kind of puzzle walking sim as far as I can tell. There's probably going to be some hallucinatory bullshit that shows up. I'm sure that's part of the whole experience. But okay, it seems like we're in some kind of fish butchering cave and they've hung tatters of... Oh no, that's seaweed. Okay, the roots of seaweed, I guess? Is there ocean above us? Okay, can we pick up clutter and waste our inventory weight like in Starfield? Oh, we can't because the game is well designed and streamlined and isn't afraid to prevent you from doing nonsense, time-wasting crap? Wow, I feel like I'm playing from a different era of games here. I'm playing an example of something from a bygone time. Alright, these sharks are looking a little worse for wear. I think maybe their aquarium needs to be giving them different vitamins. I think maybe there's some deficiencies here. Maybe more vitamin D. Maybe that's the case. I mean, sharks aren't supposed to get cancer, but these things look like they might have gotten involved in something else. That's no good. To crouch, press control. Oh, thank you, omniscient game. Oh, the glowing lock. Do we have a key? No. We are bereft of keys. We are alone. We are keyless. So we must crawl in the dark. So the game I've played that's most similar to this in the past is Amnesia: The Dark Descent. And I got about as far as the part where you have to restart the elevator. And then I kept just getting cornered by the monster. And I gave up because it kept cornering me and I didn't know how to avoid it. I'm sure there was some environmental thing. I was supposed to drop a wooden beam on its head, or I don't know, hit it with a frying pan or something to disable it, but I couldn't figure out what to do.
You must light up some items in order to interact with them. Ah, fascinating. How do I do that?
Okay. Is it F? What's the fucking lighting key? Marvel as I look up keys. Next light? Mouse wheel up? Next light is a little vague. It implies I have multiple lights. What the fuck's the... Alright, so I've got to grab a torch, I'm guessing. Okay. Yeah, okay, E. Yeah, alright. I had to pick this up. Got it. Ah, okay, so you can't pick up objects unless you can see what they are. That's an interesting mechanic. I kind of like that. I don't know if I've played a game like that before. I tried Myst when I was really young. I was too stupid to get it. I played it when I was like 12 or 13. But that mechanic where you have to actually physically light up an object in order to figure out if your character wants to pick it up, it implies your character actually has a brain, which is a rare thing in games. I feel like I'm fucking traveling back in time playing this. This is only from a couple of years ago. It feels like it's from fucking 30 years ago. Oh, shit. That did that before I could make a joke about how it was moving. Okay. Alright, we've got some crates with some strange arcane symbols on them. It looks like a man who's been flattened and then hung up to freeze, and there's little icicles of blood dripping off of his diagonal corpse. That's what that looks like to me. To the madman brain, that's the first association I could come up with. There's a vague choir of screams from hell in our background. That's always the case in these games. It gets kind of old after a while, to be honest. I think silence is a lot scarier in these games than some sort of ambient music track. In fact, we might shut that off. In fact, I'm going to shut it off. I'm going to turn effects up. Voice I have at half because I don't know if it's going to obscure... like if they're going to try to voice over text I might want to read instead for the sake of this video. You know, I don't want to make the voices drown it out, but we'll see what they do with it. We'll see what the play is. All right, can we bolt cut this? Oh, hell yeah. All right. Now, before we go through here, I'm inclined to go back here. Before we make a choice, I like to know that all the doors are already open. Before I pick a door, I like to know I can open all of them. Then, you know, you can peek into each one, you know, sneak a peek, figure out which one's the best, really. There's always a bunch of promises before you enter a door of what's going to be behind it, and you never really know till you go through it. But if you're very careful, you can peek, and you can go, ah, this place is bullshit compared to what the people outside the door described it to me as. And you can do that with any door as long as you're careful enough. So you know what, we're going to go through this first one here. Okay, no, this is going to voice things in a shitty Cthulhu voice, so we're going to shut that off right away. And I will read the voice myself, because I know I can do a better job. Straight up, I apologize before we get back to things. Sorry for my mic placement in the last couple of videos. The last Starfield one, a couple of the videos before that, my mic placement was too close to me. It sounded crackly because I was anxious about, like, oh, I want them to hear me. If they can't hear me, what's the point? But I'm not an expert in audio recording by any means. I'm an amateur. That should be obvious by now. So I've tried to readjust my mic. Hopefully for this video it doesn't sound like I'm breathing into it every 2 seconds. So, all right.
In my wake pulled along, fate inescapably draws you on.
Okay. So this is creepier to me, just hearing the creaking of the lantern. That's scary. When there's no music, your mind craves to invent sounds. It's like when you're in the dark, your lizard brain, your caveman brain wants to imagine that there's a lion in the woods. That's where the monster in my closet thing comes from. It's like, oh, there's always a cougar in the woods. Our ancestors who thought that, they survived. The ones who were too stupid got eaten. So these games are best when they open themselves up and give you a chance to imagine some sort of ambient sound. Like, okay, we got flies buzzing, that's good.
What a putrid offering.
Is that supposed to be the Cthulhu thing saying that? I guess it is. Alright, so he doesn't like the dolphin guts. I'll take a note In the future, Cthulhu's not a big fan of golfing duts. He's not a big fan of golfing duts or dolphin guts. He's not a big fan of dyslexia either, so I better step up my game here. I'm not going to appease him. I'm not going to be able to entertain him if I can't even speak properly. Okay.
Don't fight. You've been chosen.
Alright, the game is telling me to run. I'm going to run. Is there something behind me? Okay, I guess.
Behold,
Oh, we got a cutscene.
everything has already been written.
I mean, that's true. There's nothing new under the sun.
But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
So his destiny is to die? I mean, we're all gonna die. I guess maybe attempting to be immortal is the, Did he just say, I hate whiskey? Jesus Christ, dude, you drained 2 bottles of that shit? You should be fucking puking your guts out right now. There's a 3rd bottle. There's 4 bottles of this. That better have taken you, like, 2 weeks to drink that much, or you're a fucking certified alcoholic, man. That, straight up, if you're drinking whiskey like that, goddamn. I used to when I was, I used to drink quite a bit. These days, I'm very careful. I learned some lessons. Some madman wisdom for you. Yeah, don't drink this much. Holy shit. That's more horrifying than any tentacled monster, is just these empty bottles. That's the real horror in this game. If you can't handle regulating the amount you drink, just don't do it. Anyway, let's take a look at our degrees here. How much debt did we go into to get this piece of paper that has done nothing but drive us insane? Let's take a look.
Edward Pierce, the Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases.
That's what my degree says? That makes no sense. Oh, it's what my character's saying. Okay. All right, what is he going to say when he looks at his own books here? California, Alaska. That's an interesting choice of things. We've got something voyage. Laxloot voyage, something. I mean, I'm glad these aren't just Lovecraft books. I'm really glad they didn't just blatantly write, like, The Call of Cthulhu, the book's on the shelf, get it? Alright, let's see what he says.
I used to be an avid reader.
That's going to be our character's voice. I just came up with it. Because I'm insane. Alright, let's look at our rusty-ass filing cabinet.
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. Husband couldn't understand it. Husband never understood that his wife had left him. He kept on calling me weeks after the investigation had been closed.
Alright. Rotate? Okay, that must be the only case file, I guess. Can we get any more? No, that's it. We got a 1940s detective hat. I'm gonna make some deals with the mob, see? Gotta ruin the life of my country for the next century, see? These deals have ramifications that'll ripple through the generations, see? But I don't care, because I'm drinking whiskey and smoking cigars in 1925. I don't care about 2025. I care about right now. I'm a selfish moron. The mob's getting into politics this early. That couldn't be a problem. Never mind. Don't pay attention. I'm making money. I don't care.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
Yeah, that's pretty based, actually. If you're going to combine different humanities disciplines, those are 3 of some of the best. What did he say again? Yeah. Yeah, those are pretty based. Let's shut this fucking shit off. Silence, devil box! Alright, what do we have here? More whiskey. Jesus Christ, that's 6 bottles counting the one by the garbage. Alright, we better answer the phone. We can look at this crap afterwards unless this drags us into a unskippable cutscene. Let's take a listen here.
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherfield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Oh, this is character creation. Oh, that's kind of an inventive way to do. All right, cool. All right, eloquence. I feel like we should max this out just for fun. 4 CP. Did they really have to call it CP? It's kind of fucked up, guys. Maybe don't do that. This is from 2018. The developers making this, whether you're, browsing the depths of 4chan, the gutter of the internet, or whether you're just on Reddit, you should know what that means and should avoid using it as a abbreviation in your game. But anyway. Eloquence, speech. Okay, so it's speechcraft. Yep. Okay, strength. Forcing doors or mechanisms or using verbal violence? I mean, in this game, I'll forgive them for calling speech violence. It can be, you can curse someone. That's one of those things I've come around to over the years. I used to be one of those sticks and stones can break my bones people, but that's really only true if you're a dog or an animal or some kind of mindless brute. If you're a mindless golem, then force will be the only thing you understand. Sticks and stones will be the only thing that can break your bones. But if you're a conscious, mature, tuned in, attentive human being, then speech will fuck with you. If somebody says the right combination of words to you, they can make you depressed. Like someone saying something, there's a combination of words that we are all sensitive to. There's several, in fact. And if someone said them to you, if someone said, like, your dad was a drunk and he was only honest with you when he was drunk, and when he was drunk he said he didn't love you that one time. Like, if I said that to someone who'd actually had a dad who in any way fit that profile, that would be like a curse to that person. It would make them depressed for a short period of time. So in a sense, words can fuck with you. But, again, calling it violence, I mean, mental violence, I guess. Anyway. I just find it weird that they're like, okay, you can use, like, can I use curses? Can I say, if I scream fuck off at the Cthulhuoids enough, does it make them leave? Is that what they're implying with this? All right, we've got the hermetic twin snakes with wings, left and right, up, down, as above, so below, gut, brain, head, brain, duality, medicine, alien parasite, needle symbol here. Medical knowledge, determining a dosage of a drug. Okay, that's important. Expressing your same. Okay, I feel like that's going to be important. I feel like we should probably put points into that. Do we only have 1 point? What do we have here? Okay, we have 8. That's quite a bit, actually. Okay, hiding, improve. Ooh, I like hidden objects. I feel like that's going to be a good one to have. Psychology. Understanding them. Okay, so this is your ability to not be autistic is basically what this is implying. It's not so much manipulating people like a psychopath. That's the eloquence. This is like, can you understand what people are trying to tell you implicitly? Can you read their body language? Okay. Occultism. Cult sciences. Okay, also known as bullshit. Improving this skill increases your chance of determining using artifacts. Okay, so this finds objects. Do we need this if we find objects? All right, last is investigation. Investigating talents. Chance of understanding of past events. Oh, okay. Picking locks. I feel like lock picking is going to be important, but we already have 3 out of 5 in this. We don't have a lot in medicine. I feel like we should put at least 1. Oh, it's multiple points. Okay, so what if we put... Okay, so 2 points in medicine. I feel like that's done something significant. We've got 6 points left. It's going to take more points. Oh, okay, so they scale differently. That's a crafty little thing they hid from us there. I really do want to spot hidden objects. We're definitely going to get to 3 in that. And I feel like 3... Oh, is this going to take more points, though? Is it worth it? Is that going to take 4 points? Holy shit. It means our strength is at 3. Our psychology is pretty low, but, most people watching this, including myself playing it, are probably going to be autistic anyway, so that kind of fits our playthrough. So I think we'll leave psychology at 2 out of 5. That's probably a good idea. We have no CP left. That's always good. So I think we're going to go ahead and validate this.
Do you really want to validate? Yes. I want to drink more. More alcohol.
On a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong? Am I drunk?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of all people in the West using Chinese spy equipment, and it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce, but whiskey isn't.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do there's never been more investigative work than now.
Oh, but are those cases worth it? Or am I depressed from too much booze?
Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency and we might keep you on the payroll.
I'm angry even though I'm clearly at fault.
I'm coming.
Whoa, that's a little TMI, my friend. Guess people did things differently back in the day. People were more blunt. All right, I'm coming, and I'm done. Ooh, we've got the wise old man character.
I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say
He's got the Roman nose.
Anything but a drunkard's lair.
Yo, ho, ho, he called you out, bro.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
He's got a gold bow tie. God damn. He's got that riz.
Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce.
Are you capable of handling a new case? Or are you simply a deadbeat retard? And I'm using that term in the piano theory sense.
Nobody believes me.
Oh, nobody believes me. They talk to me like an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yeah, everyone knows her work.
The police accused her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson. I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead. Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look.
I want you to look carefully at this painting.
Critique the differences between my voice and the game's. Rate them.
Come to mind.
Rate them in the comments below.
Looks like a DeviantArt picture.
To find.
Tell me
It's like that was made by AI.
if this is the work of madness.
It's the work of AI,
Or
which
if,
is even
on the
worse.
contrary, you
It
manage
sucks.
to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
I guess for the 1920s, if someone painted something like that,
Yes, please.
it would probably be pretty shocking.
I'll look at your picture.
I'm drunk enough I might be able to interpret it. Looks like me facing a video game character.
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything. Goodbye. Ooh, the notebook.
The doctor can well repeat to me that I no longer need my remedy to keep my memories at bay, but I know that if I stop, the memories will return.
Just alcoholic things, am I right, drinkers?
One of these mornings I probably won't wake up. Despite the treatment, I again hear voices in my dreams, but they're different, unknown. They seem to surface from unfathomable and ancient depths. What nameless creature is calling me? A strange picture painted by Sarah Hawkins a short while before her tragic death was sent to her father just after the artist died. He is convinced that she is the sender. He brought me the painting so that I could examine it. Stephen Webster, the wealthy industrialist, came to my office. He wants me to reopen the Sarah Hawkins case named after his daughter, who died in a fire alongside her entire family. I must examine the documents he compiled in order to know more about the case.
Examine the painting.
Can we do that? WS. That's what I'm doing. What the fuck's going on here? Yeah, that's what I want to do. What the fuck? E? Whoa. Okay, no. We want to go back to the... What the fuck's going on, man? Okay, I want to examine the fucking painting. Alright, do we just... Alright. Okay, there we go.
What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed an image into it.
Consult diary. Okay. Ah, lore tidbit achieved. Can we actually access it? Why the fuck am I not able to move, to navigate through this menu? What is going on here? The fuck is this? I'm trying. I'm pressing fucking arrow keys. I'm doing everything. Q? Oh.
My old lighter, that I engraved in memory of the 77th Infantry Division and the men of the Lost Battalion who fell.
Alright, here we go.
This painting depicts a monstrous silhouette threatening a woman and child. Flames can be made out in the background. Stephen Webster, the father of Sarah Hawkins, thinks that it's linked to the death of his daughter.
You don't have any information yet.
Alright. So, I guess we talked to him again. Can I talk to you? Oh, we gotta examine the file. And see, this is what I was afraid of. There were 2 other examinable objects before I picked up the phone. Now it's like, oh, you were supposed to ignore the phone and touch those objects first if you wanted to examine them. Now that's locked off from you. That's the exact reason I hesitated and was like, should we answer the phone, guys? Because there were 2 other fucking interest dots here. I hate when games do that, where it's like you can't get the lore tidbit past a certain point. It's an old school way of making you replay the game. Also, weird fucking coincidental fun fact. I actually own one of these typewriters. The brand is Royal, and these were made in the mid-20s, and you can find them kicking around sometimes in thrift stores, which is where I found mine. It's a very cool little piece to have just for display. Mine's in decent shape, considering it's a century old, but that's what this is trying to reference. It sort of dates this as being the 20s, if you weren't already, aware of that. All right. The Chante.
A shipping label. Some of it's unreadable, but I can make out part of the address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater. The police report. It says that a fire started in the dining room and claimed the whole family. The police decide on a domestic accident, but they nevertheless insist on Sarah Hawkins' mental frailty. Why?
Oh, I should be reading this in the fucking guy's voice. I mean, he compiled this. All right, we'll read it in his voice out of respect.
A press cutting. An article written about the marriage of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, a businessman from the island of Darkwater. They live a recluse life.
Should be reclusive there.
They live a reclusive life there, with their only son, Simon.
Or they live a recluse's life. I mean, either one. There's 3 options for this, and they chose the one incorrect one. Good job, guys.
I've pointed out an error. I'm now better than the game dev. So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
Ooh, okay. Unlocked answer. Okay, so these must be the default ones.
You shouldn't take this painting lightly.
The meaning could be exactly as it appears.
I think your daughter's sending you a message. Okay.
That's what I believe. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
I can repeat this? Oh, okay, there are different options. Is that a persuasion check? All right, let's do these, because these are probably not based on persuasion, just based on the icon that they're using. I'm trying to go by conveyance here, symbolic conveyance. We're going to go with this one first.
I read about her mental fragility in the police report.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of...
Oh, what your daughter is true. That's me.
No! Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find the truth about her life and death.
Yes, repeating the quest objective, thank you. This brings me right out of the otherwise not terribly written dialogue.
Where did Sarah Hawkins live? Darkwater. Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. Despite my British accent, I am also from Boston. You must recover it.
Investigation professional.
Her husband was the big deal on the island, but the police are sticking to the accident theory, though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you're right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there's more to this case than just an accident.
All right, Warehouse 36.
Sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater, find Warehouse 36.
That's all the information I need. I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter, to recover her horror.
Quiet down, I'm on your side. Let's sum things up.
An artist.
An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of premonitory painting sent from the Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right, I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater. Look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Oh, someone's queer. Oh, wait, it's just me. Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic.
Oh, good. We can examine the booze. Okay, here's the 2 points of interest here. There was a couple, actually. Holy shit. What's this? Ah, okay. Alright, so we'll use Wayne June's voice for this. Oh, dude, don't summarize the summary. Holy fuck, they're giving us dual dialogue at once. I'm sorry, guys. I don't have 2 voices. I can only read in 1 voice at a time here. Alright.
Darkwater Island has been inhabited since the 14th century and is still rich with the many memories left by its lost tribes. But don't let the romanticism of these moving evidences of such naive and primitive beliefs fool you into forgetting how violent their gods were. The gigantic creature still ornates the walls of long abandoned caves. Was it a sea or a dream god? No one knows. But today's inhabitants, the sons and daughters of the proud whale hunters, still remember the mysterious and tumultuous story of their small land off the coasts of Massachusetts.
Cool. Alright, what's in the drawer here?
It's like, it's my porno mags. Don't show those. Viewers, it's a friend gave them to. It's part of a case. It's part of a case I'm solving. It was supposed to be filed in here, but I ran out of room, so I put them in here. It's for an indecency case. That's what they're for. Good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy. Bar owner who hired me didn't like the way I closed this case. When you're already outside the law, like Batman, there's not a lot one can do against a private detective like Batman, who's got proof against you, like Batman.
Cool. Alright, let's take a fucking swig here. Have a drink or... Ooh, interesting. We have an option. We're gonna pick no because we're on the fucking job. You know what? This dude, he strikes me as the binge and purge type. He's probably gonna use the alcohol withdrawal symptoms as a kind of wake-up call motivator when he has to do his work. When he's anxious and sweaty and insomniac, he's gonna work a lot harder because that's what alcohol does. It induces an artificial state of exertion, just like working out, or just like working on something mentally taxing. For people who are lazy and don't want to motivate themselves by doing work, you can be a lazy bum and drink, and then stop drinking to go through the withdrawal, and it provides you with a very easy excuse to work, to distract yourself from feeling like shit. That's what booze does to people who are functioning alcoholics. Anyway, what do we have over here? Oh, same thing. Okay. Alright, so maybe we have to take a drink to leave, but we're going to examine everything before we do that.
The Learning of Madthulhu. A dense work aimed at interns and young practitioners. The first volume lists all illnesses known in the civilized world. It details the symptoms and suitable treatments.
Okay, we can rotate, but we can't flip any pages. Ooh, we actually picked that up. Cool. Can we get some points in there? Did that give us stuff? What did that do? What did it do? What'd it do? View the character sheet. Yeah, I'm trying. Ah, okay, I see. I'm an idiot. Alright, we have clues. We've already looked at that. Sanity. Ooh. Holy shit, this has a whole... This has its own skill chart. Interesting. I was surprised Sanity didn't show up on here. That's interesting, it's its own separate thing. I like that. I like that they separated Sanity from the fucking summoning circle of skills there. Like, this is your humanity here. It's not something that can be learned in the same way that this shit can be learned. It should be separate. That's very cool. I like that. We're at inventory. Can we go to the book? What about the case? Ah. Okay, examine the Hawkins file. Navigate objectives. That's just not working for some reason. I don't know why that is. I've got fucking... Inspect? Can I inspect this? Is there anything on the back? I gotta treat this like one of those old adventure games, which I never played. Even Resident Evil 1 and games like that where you have to examine objects and shit, I'm not used to that. Ah, case in point. Okay. Can we examine this? Is there anything on the back? No. That might not be a thing. Maybe I'm just wasting time, but... here we go. Character portraits. Okay, Charles Hawkins. Local celebrity. Heir of a shipowner family. Okay, met Sarah Hawkins. He's her BF. Got it, got it. They had a child named Simon and lived a very secretive life. Alright, we have OnlyFans chick. Occupation OnlyFans. Streamer known for her tortured artistic universe. She was worshipped for the strangeness of her work. We're not going to read all this stuff. We'll read it when it tickles our fancy here. We've already heard descriptions of these people. Okay, Simon. Only son, died in the fire. Alright, I'm guessing he's not dead. I'm guessing he's mutated into some kind of demon or Cthulhuoid or something like that. Spoilers. Okay, Island of Darkwater. It would seem the world has forgotten it. Blah, 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 blah. Occult. Okay, does that... Get rid of the exclamation point there. Cool. All right, can we examine this? Is there anything on the back? Is there anything on the bottom? Okay, no, that's done. Knowledge. Here we go. All right, okay. All right. Atlas, we've read that. Case solved. Da, da, da. Okay, so clicking on these again doesn't do anything but get rid of the exclamation points. I thought it would give us additional insights based on the fact that there were exclamation points everywhere. I just assumed that, you know, going into this menu and looking at these would actually do something, but I guess not. All right, let's look at our army photo here. Ooh, can we not? Oh, there's no jump in this game.
Lost battalion. Holding your position and obeying orders. That isn't courage.
I mean, it's courage if you trust your commanding officer as a human being, not as a cog or an extension of some upper level controller of the whole war scheme. If you trust that they're actually looking out for your well-being, then, you know, in that case it would take courage. In fact, it would take courage either way, so that's a very snide and kind of short-sighted comment to make, especially for someone who's implied to have been a soldier. That's kind of out of character. He doesn't have to be weeping over the honor of battle, but he could have said something like, you know, that battalion, those boys were so young, so was I. And that's all you'd have to say. Don't say anything else. Just, you know, those boys were so young, and so was I. There you go. Done. You don't have to talk about war is bad, and if you're just a blind cog in the machine, that's not always a good thing. Thanks for the preaching lesson, fucker. Anyway. Right, I think either we have to leave or we have to drink. Can we leave? We can. Very good. We're going to leave sober and clean. Get an achievement. Sarah Hawkins case. Isn't that the character from Starfield? Sarah Hawkins? Isn't it the same name exactly? Sarah Dawkins? Sarah Hawkins? I'm taking fucking reality warping pills or something. That's like, I'm like, okay, Sarah Hawkins. She's phased into this game. Or Todd ripped her off. To be honest, this is a Bethesda game, so actually that makes sense. They've, forgot that till just now. This game is published by Bethesda, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's a bunch of references in Starfield to this shit. Shall we enter madness? Ooh, we will, but not in this video. I'm going to say adieu, ladies and gentlemen. I guess after this cutscene here. Didn't realize I was going to start a cutscene.
Focus Home Interactive presents Drinking Man, the game, and Smoking Man. A game by Cyanide and Happiness Studios.
We're almost there.
Thanks, Captain.
Wanna smoke a cig with me? Wanna share cigs? Wanna share a bed with me tonight in this lonely voyage?
It's like, I'll toss you fucking overboard. You say that again. The call of my poo-poo.
All right, with that, on that happy note, we're going to end the recording here. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll pick things up next time. This cutscene will probably get cut off, but I don't care. I gotta stop the recording because I'm worried about disk space again. We'll let it go a minute longer. I'm being a fucking idiot. I said my goodbyes. We'll just end things on a. We'll just cut the recording off with no explanation. It's very haunting and Lovecraftian to do that.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload.
They're gonna unload in you. Hope you're ready. They got some cargo to put on your poop deck, son. Hope you're prepared.
Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
Yes.
All right, well. Fuck, I feel like I can't end the recording because we're on a fucking track here.
Sad story that all would prefer to forget.
I'm just replacing the voices, I don't care.
Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need's a good stiff brew. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but, he's a prick all the time. Don't pay any attention. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbour Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I've a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm gonna look around the docks. It's like I'm gonna look around for cocks. I mean docks. I mean cocks. I'm looking for cock.
Okay. Can we zoom out and see ourselves? Oh no, that opens our lighter. All right, very cool. All right, well, with our light shining into the dock, I will, in fact, bid you guys adieu. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed some part of this. I'm going to keep recording. I'll make a few videos. They might suck ass, but, that's the YouTube game. Even if they're good videos, they get buried. So at this point, I don't really care. Hope you're doing well. Hug a loved one, etc., etc. And peace out.